There comes a time when I won't belong on these streets, in these crowds, in this room, in your eyes, and you no longer know whether to stay or to go. Take me or leave me, rusty and bleeding, a robot on the floor. Well, hours will be hours. I'll slip right through your hand. Doesn't matter what you wish for, doesn't matter how intense. And all those shiny people you wanted to impress, well, they're all watching now, so walk out the door. I'm not gonna last, I'll tell you now. Whatever I am, just leave it now. I'm not gonna try to lie, 'cause here I am now. You said be careful what you're saying. Well, you're the one to talk. You never should have gone this far. I should have told you from the start. No point in playing along or reach for their respect. Can't you see there's nothing left to protect? I'm not gonna last, I'll tell you now. Whatever I am, just leave it now. I'm not gonna try to lie, 'cause here I am now.
ってたやつそれ。
うん。
あと一応あったかさみたいなんか、お腹があったかくなりそうってなるわ。ママの方が一番美味しそう。
In the corner of the crowded room, your eyes meet mine.
そうなの。
Conversations fill the air, lost in space and time. I don't ask for your name, it's already carved in the air. I won't light the flame, it's already burning when you are near. Taking steps to keep my distance, I don't wanna fall. Am I strong enough to guide my heart away from it all? I won't call your name, it's already carved in the air. I won't light the flame, it's already burning when you are near. Do we all so slowly lose control as emotions overflow, falling into the unknown? Or do we all guard our small fragile hearts as we're softly breaking apart, afraid to give in to the stars and open up our hearts? Do we all so slowly lose control as emotions overflow,